King Richard was directed by Ronaldo Marcus Green and it features an outstanding cast including Will Smith, Anjuanue Ellis, Tony Goldwyn and Jon Bernthal. In this movie we see Will Smith play Richard Williams, and the movie takes place in 1990s Los Angeles and we see him coaching his daughters Venus and Serena on the tennis courts of Compton. Armed with a 78-page plan for his daughters' lives, this plan sees him take his daughters from the courts of Compton out into the world, and we see his daughters start to play tennis competitively. Before we go any further guys, I want you to hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel, hit the alarm bell as well so you never miss any one of my videos, and give this video a like as well to help the channel grow. King Richard was one of the films that I was eagerly awaiting to see. The Williams sisters are the greatest tennis players in history. So it was really interesting to see their backstory. And I'm glad to say that with this movie, it actually gives us a greater insight not only into the Williams girls, but also into Richard Williams himself. The man is an absolute inspiration. King Richard is a very multi-layered film. It doesn't just deal with the Williams sisters and it doesn't also deal with Richard himself. It deals with a whole level of issues. It deals with them growing up as a black family in Compton. It deals with a gang life in Compton to some effect. We see the issues that they face as a black family going into a white dominated sport. We see him teaching his children humility, in terms of being humble, whether you win, whether you lose, and to just leave everything out on the tennis courts and don't bring it to the house. And also as a family, we get to see the whole dynamic. Whilst Richard was heavily focused on in the early 90s, we don't know that much about his wife. And this film actually covers that. King Richard adds a human level. It's not just about the inspirational story of the Williams sisters and of Richard Williams himself. It captures real life events, which makes the film feel even more authentic. This movie highlights the Rodney King case. King Richard is just a motivational, empowering, and incredibly feel-good movie. The feel-good factor is all over this movie. And whilst this film is billed as a drama, there are some light comedic moments delivered by Will Smith in this film. And Will Smith gives a career best performance as Richard Williams. When I learned that he was actually going to be doing this film, I had my skepticism hat on. Purely because Will Smith looks nothing like Richard Williams. But he also did a biopic of Chris Gardner, didn't look anything like him as well. It worked when Will Smith took on the role of Ali because there is a resemblance between Will Smith and Ali. But Will Smith absolutely killed it. 30 minutes into the movie, he made me forget who he was because his performance was that good. And you sometimes get actors who play the same type of character and the same type of role in every movie. Not with this one. With Will Smith, he's not Will Smith. You forget it's him. He plays the everyday man in this role. And he was absolutely mesmerizing as Richard Williams. Capturing the mannerisms, the posture. Will as Richard, he delivers some very powerful lines and he shows the human element of Richard, especially as a father, where social services comes to the family door and he says, you know what, it's our job to protect our children. We don't want them out in the streets so they're getting killed by the police. It is our job to be tough on them, so we are preparing them for life. He's also backed up by an excellent supporting cast, including Anjuanue Ellis, who is a brilliant actress. And she was as captivating as Will Smith was. And it was really good to learn more about her. It was only Richard that was in the scenes. We didn't know much about the wife. And we learn more about what she did for a living, how she supported the family. She delivers this one monologue about how she has been supporting Richard's dreams too, and has been there supporting the family, when Richard thinks that it's all about him. So their banter, their communication was just incredible. And Anjuanue Ellis gives just as powerful a performance as Will Smith does. It's really heartbreaking in parts where you see the ordeal that Richard had to go through, where we learn more about his life growing up in Louisiana. Then we see the type of issues that he faces growing up in Compton, getting beaten up by gang members when he's trying to protect his family, and it clutches at your heartstrings. Jon Bernthal, I know him from The Punisher, I know him from The Accountant, so to see him play such a different role, I thought he was fantastic as the tennis coach, and I love the banter between he and Will Smith. And we've seen biopics done time and time again, but the key thing about this movie that differentiates itself from others is that family dynamic. And just about keeping the family together and moving forward as a unit. And that is what separates itself from other biopics out there. But you get two charismatic performances from the girls who are playing Venus and Serena. Demi Singleton and Saniyaa Sidney. These two were charming, they were entertaining, they brought the athleticism to the role, They looked like the sisters, and they were just as captivating as their mature co-stars. Because we get to learn more about how Richard was conflicted. We learn more about the fact that he had other children, and we learn more about how his father wasn't in his life. You know the story of the Williams sisters, and you know how they go to greatness. But also, more importantly, you know about some of the devastation that happened in their family. This film captures the 5 Williams sisters, including Yetunde. Yetunde Price was sadly murdered in 2003 at the tender age of 31 as a result of a shooting in Compton. So when I see her and I hear that part of the story, I'm thinking, oh man, you never got to see everything that your sisters were going to accomplish, because they would go on and do a hell of a lot. And this one has just got a brilliant climax where we see Venus Williams take on Vicari, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat. And at 2 hours plus, the movie doesn't drag. I feel that the first act focused more on Richard trying to get his daughters to start playing tennis and get a coach. The movie, towards the second and third act, leant more towards Venus than it did towards Serena. As superb as Will Smith was, I say that the true star is the real Richard Williams. Before it became the in thing to send something out into the universe, this man wrote a 78-page manifesto. 78 pages for his daughter's life. And it came to fruition. And we get to see more about how wonderful this man was, because in the media's eye, he was always deemed as obtuse and a bit egotistical. But that's not the case. This man had his daughter's best interests at heart. He wanted them to be educated. He didn't want them to fall into the pitfalls that any of their other peers had fallen into. He just wanted what was best for his children. They didn't take the first offer that was offered to them. He said, you know what, no, we're going to hold out. And eventually, a greater offer came. This man showed his daughters how to be humble and how to inspire the next generation. And the Williams sisters have done that. And Richard Williams should be on the motivational speaking circuit along with Tony Robbins and all these other guys, because what he did was incredible. And it should serve as a lesson to us all that, you know what, when you apply yourself, when you believe in yourself, you stick to a plan, you focus, great things can happen. King Richard is an outstanding film, worthy of all the critical praise that Will Smith is getting, and I really do hope that he brings home that golden statuette. And King Richard easily gets 10 out of 10 for me, and is worth buying on DVD when it comes out. So there you have it, folks. Another review done. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel. Hit the alarm bell as well so you get notifications when my video is going to be uploaded. Give this video a like as well. Leave your comment with whether you've actually seen King Richard and what do you think about it. Comment down below, and I shall see you all on the next film review. Take care.